Well, good evening and good morning, everybody. This is Calvenn Starre, and I'm going to be your host today. And I will let you know that we had our call today, and it was an exciting, amazing call. And I can say that because it wasn't recorded. And so we're actually doing this again so that we can get it out, because on the call, I promised that I was recording the call and was going to put it out there, so we've got to do this over. And so thank you for listening again. If you haven't heard it, it was a great call. We're really excited about it. And so first off, let me just say that I am so excited to be a part of this Living to Be company that we've come up with, and I'm really excited and appreciate the fact that you've taken the time out of your day to really make this part of it and see what's going on. And so thank you for doing that. I'm really excited about sharing what's in store. So let's get into it a little bit and say that the first thing that I want to talk about is the name of the company, because I think that's kind of setting the tone here and what it means to me. And then I'm going to invite somebody else on here to explain and express their meaning of what Living to Be means. For me, when we came up with this name, it was really about a lot of different things. In fact, it was a process. It wasn't just something that was there and we took it and ran with it. We had to come up with some new things, because one of the things that we wanted to do was name it something, but it wasn't available. And so coming up with Living to Be was really fitting, because a lot of times in life you have to make decisions and choices, and it may not be what you want to be. So one of the other key elements of the name for me is that, we're all living to be something, and we're all different. We all have different and unique things that we want to accomplish in our life and do in our lives. And so how can we do this in a way that we can all support each other? And so Living to Be really for me is what do you want to be? Are you living to be happy? Are you living to be healthy? Are you living to be fit? Are you living to be financially independent? Maybe you're living to be inspired. Maybe you're living to be great. So the name itself is really that first invitation to people to say, hey, listen, what are you living to be, and what can we do to support you in that manner? And, so that's kind of where I came up with that idea of, what can this mean and what can we create around it, because it's the foundation of what we're doing. And one of the things that I want to do is introduce you to somebody who, I've kind of announced a little bit. He's the co-CEO. He's going to be standing right next to me as we build this. And I want to share, a little bit about him, and then he'll kind of share with you a little bit about what the name means to him. But Danny and I have worked many, many years together. In fact, we've been doing network marketing together since before almost more than 10 years. And we've had incredible success together. And we've done other things outside of network marketing together that we've had incredible success. And so I was really pleased and excited to bring on somebody with his experience, but also his business acumen in and out of network marketing to be able to do this. And so when we came together just recently to kind of formulate and put this idea together of what our company is going to be, it was exciting. And so I'm going to allow Danny to come on the call right now and share with you a little bit about what he believes the vision of this company is and the name of it.
Thank you, Calvin. Like anything that invites me into something or something I want to be resonant with, Living to Be was this amazing opportunity to have something that represented freedom, as far as I'm concerned, for individuality, as well as to be comprehensive to a mission or a vision for everybody. Everybody has their own thoughts, their own ways, their own belief systems, and everybody has their own way of how they're living to be. Some people may be focusing on fun. Some people may be focusing on friendship. Some people may be focusing on financial freedom. But you can fit wherever you are with anything that you are and who you want to be inside of this Living to Be. So when you go out there and build your own business, you want to feel good with what it represents to you. And to me, this Living to Be absolutely is a global application that you can take on locally in your own world. And it's very exciting. So everything that we're going to come up with is going to have to represent something that allows you to have ownership of your life and allow us to create a vision to where we embody what you want to do. And that's, to me, what this title, this company's name, is all about, Living to Be.
Perfect. Thanks, Danny. And so that's kind of where we came from, and we feel that resonation about where it's going. And so one of the most important aspects of this part of the process is the people behind us. And so, let me first give you a little bit of a glimpse into the history of who I am, because some of you may know me, but some of you may not, because maybe you were invited to listen to this or to watch this online. And so let me tell you a little bit about my history. This December 2017 will mark my 20th year in network marketing. And when I first started out, I was pretty much like everybody. I was a dismal failure. I failed miserably at network marketing. I didn't understand the roles and the concepts and really the purpose of what it was about. It was more of that, let's do something and have fun and make a lot of money kind of thing. And then I started to get into the process of really what it was to be successful in network marketing. And that's really where the people come involved. And we started to work and develop with people. And then it took me about 10 years, but within those 10 years, towards the end of it, I became a full-time networker. And I was out helping and developing people, and I earned an income of over $100,000 a month in more than one company. And so I was really excited about what I was able to do and see by going through this process of, being this leader in network marketing. The next stage of it for me is that around 2008, I decided to look at the corporate side of it, because there are a lot of things that, when I'm busy and working in something and then something happens and I move on, I start to look and say, okay, well, what can I do to make it better? And a lot of times there was a lot of great companies out there and a lot of great products and a lot of great organizations, but there was something missing. And so I said, you know what, I'm going to get into the network marketing corporate side of it and see what I could do. And it kind of jumped into it, and really I remember my first experience was kind of scary because I thought I knew how to run a business. And I jumped in and I realized very quickly within like the first couple of weeks I had no idea what I was doing when it came to actually running a business, because I had been a successful leader in the industry, growing a network marketing organization, but not the actual behind the scenes. And so I got this huge learning curve with going through this process and putting things together, and ended up creating some pretty successful companies. One company we did $25 million our first year. So I had some really great teachers and opportunities to be able to go out there and do something different. And so over the last 10 years, I've kind of been, working in the executive side of network marketing. And as fate would have it, just recently, I'm in that position where it's like, what am I going to do next? Because I was no longer where I was. And so I needed to do something. And then this came about. And I was like, you know what, I want to do something really different and really big. And so it was exciting to be able to start and be here with you today. Obviously, I've just introduced Danny, and he has a lot of great corporate experience. He's run his own businesses. He's very successful outside of network marketing. And importantly, he's been on the executive side of network marketing. He's also been and he's been in the field. So we bring a lot to the table when it comes to that aspect of it. And then there's other people that we're working with, doctors and peak performance coaches. We've got some product developers that we're working with that we're really excited about. And then I'm not going to announce them just yet because we're still working out the details. But there is somebody I want to announce that really come to admire and respect about who they are. And I'm excited because it's a very key part of what we're doing here. It's like that backbone, that part of the business that you have to have somebody that you can really respect and trust in this position. So I want to tell you a little bit about this person by saying that they started out at the bottom. They started out as a customer service rep, and they worked their way up to becoming the youngest department manager because they were doing this. They were a customer service rep to get themselves through school, and then became a department manager in the banking card industry. And then they worked for the next 5 years investigating and resolving credit card fraud while managing a staff of over 55 people, and then became quite successful at that, and then was invited to another company where she was now the manager of over 250 customer service reps. And it was just one of those things where it was that natural tendency that so many of us have, that she went out and wanted to start her own company, and so she started her own call service company. And I was very fortunate enough in the last couple of years to be able to work with her. And, as fate, again, would have it, she happens to be available. There's a lot of people that I know in this industry that I would love to work with, but they're not available. And so, like I said, fate has it. She's available. And so I'm excited to announce that our VP of Operations will be Mrs. Rachel Husted. So I'm excited to have her on board and be a part of that because I've worked with her personally. I've seen her loyalty, her dedication, her work ethic is through the roof. And so what an amazing start to what we've got going on here, because I know what it's going to take to build a company and to get a company off the ground. And I've surrounded myself with some pretty amazing people that I know will be there in so many different capacities for you and for me and for everybody else that gets involved. Now, the next part of this is going to be about the products. And if you know Danny and I, if you've heard us speak before, then you know that we believe that the product is never really about the product. It's never the product. It's always about the people. The people are our products. And so with that being said, yes, we are planning and launching with two health and wellness products. And so one will be enhancing brain function and mental function, and then the other one will correlate with cutting-edge nutrition. So, it's going to be there for things like, weight loss or energy or different things like that people are looking for. And just to let you know, over the last several months, I've been working with a lot of different information and different products and stuff. And so I've really been focused on, what can I do to enhance my own life? And here I am. I'm able to now take it and put it into a company, which is really exciting. And so I'm going to post a picture because over the last few months I've lost up to 40 pounds, okay? 40 pounds. So I'm going to show you before and after. I'm going to explain a little bit about the concept and about the details of that transformation because it's going to be something that we're going to have be a part and complement our products. So I'm really excited about that. And so that's going to be about the products. I'm not going to go into details because obviously, it's at beginning stages, but as we move along, I will share more and more information, and we'll do some trainings on products and really get that information out there when it's relevant. Now, the next part of this will be the compensation. All right? The compensation is key, but let me tell you something. I've been in network marketing for, like I said, almost 20 years, and compensation is one of those things where it can make your eyes glaze over, so don't put too much into it. I've never really been a big compensation plan person, but, when you're having to put your own together, it becomes exciting. And so I want to share a little bit about one thing with you. And I want to share with you this story, too, because when Danny and I started talking about the compensation plan, we spoke about the elements of what makes a compensation plan great. And we discovered that we enjoyed a variety of different compensation plans from different companies. And so we started to go, how can we make this and combine it, all the best little features of the things that we liked, and then enhance some of them so that we could make it even more exciting. And so first I'm going to tell you that it's going to be a unilevel. Okay, that's the first part. And then the second part is I'm going to tell you a little bit about a fast start bonus because it's probably one of the most well-known bonuses out there for network marketing companies. I think pretty much every company does. And it's one of those where, hey, when you get in, do something for a month and you'll get paid and then that's it. And I was thinking to myself, what type of behavior do I want to drive in a network marketing company? What type of people do I want to support? How can I support them differently? And so I decided that, let's look at it from that standpoint of, when somebody's first coming into a network marketing company and they're excited, how can we get them entrenched in the business but also support them and really get them a great jump start to ensure long-term success? So 1 month is great, but what about after that? How could we create something that would create momentum for a new business owner? And what about the different types of people? Because not everyone is a superstar. So, somebody, looks at a fast start bonus and goes, I've got to do all that volume. I don't know if I can do that. And so I go, what can we do to really support and grow everybody? Because it's not just about the superstars. It's about the people that just come in or are brand new to network marketing. So like one of our components will be the fast start bonus, but it'll be a momentum fast start bonus because not only will it be for the first month, but it will be for up to the first 6 months that you're in. And make it more exciting, we're actually going to have 3 tiers to it. So you're like, for example, you're going to have a 2,000 tier, a 1,000 tier, and a 500 tier of volume that you can accomplish. And so if you go out and you're crushing it that first month and you hit that 2,000 mark, well, then you're going to be able to hit that mark over and over again for the next 5 months after that, and be able to achieve that fast start bonus for up to 6 months. And then, if you hit the 1,000, well, then that will be your tier. And then if you ever drop below, let's say that you start at 2,000, but then you drop below and you drop to 1,000, well, then your new tier is 1,000 for the remainder. And then if you drop below the 500, which probably not going to happen to a lot of us, right? If you've got that crazy excitement momentum going, well, then you're no longer qualified. So you have up to 6 months to hit this Fast Start bonus over and over and over again, and you're going to get paid every single month when you do it to build that momentum that we're all looking for and that support in your business. And that, to me, is exciting because you know what? Like I said, you don't have to be a superstar. You can be brand new to this industry and come in and still hit your Fast Start bonus and still make some additional income because that's where it is for you. So, we're going to reward everybody, and we're going to, like, Danny talks about that culture, create that culture of saying, hey, listen, we're all equal here. Let's just go out and do what we can each do individually to create the success for everybody else. Now, let's get into the launch of Living to Be. Okay, the launch of Living to Be is going to be December 2017, which, like I said, happens to be my 20th anniversary for being in the direct sales industry. So I'm excited about this. People go, oh my gosh, December, that's a busy month. But yeah, I'm excited for it because it will allow us to get ready for one of the best times of the year with direct sales, which is January. Because everybody knows, and I've done this so many times, that when you start a company, you're always going to have little things. And, hopefully nothing's going to be too big, but it's going to be enough to be able to, you know what, here, let's just work out the kinks a little bit and make sure that we get ready for this really big time of the month or time of the year. So one of the other parts of that when we launch is that we are planning to be able to open registration in November where you can start to kind of put your team together. And then, I'll keep you updated. Danny will keep you updated with upcoming calls that we're going to do. And then that's actually what we're going to be discussing next, which are the calls. So, Living to Be, the calls. Starting Monday, October 9th, 2017, we will be hosting a weekly inspirational call with Danny and myself. Okay, so every Monday at 12 p.m. Eastern, we will share inspiration, and then we will update you on the process of our upcoming launch and let you kind of know what's going on. And, I was thinking to myself when I was putting this together, and I scheduled it, and I looked at the calendar. I said, oh, my gosh, how fitting. Columbus Day is on Monday, October 9th, and so he founded America and how great it's going to be for people to really see what our company, Living to Be, is founded on. Because it's all about our culture, and that's the key thing here is culture, culture, culture. Now, what to do next? So what's next? How can you prepare for what's to come? Like I'm prepared. I've got my Gantt charts. I've got my information. I've got my checklist for everything that I'm doing. I'm working with everybody in the process. But what can you do? What can you do to prepare for this big, upcoming event that we're going to have? So this is considered pre-launch, where you can get people on the Monday inspirational calls and introduce them to our culture. I mean, that's going to be a big part of it, which is those calls, because those calls are going to keep going on every Monday until the end of time. And start reaching out to those that you are thinking about right now that go, oh, man, I wish they were on this call. Those are the people that you can start to introduce to these calls that we're going to have, and they'll get little glimpses, they'll get ideas, because Danny and I will focus majority on, inspiration, and then the rest of it will be the updates towards the end. So, and then, so we'll be announcing things like this, like we'll be releasing marketing material and conducting trainings on compensation plan and products so that when we do launch, you're going to be way ahead of the game. So again, you're in the perfect place at the right time. So the key here is that you stay connected, okay? Stay connected, and Danny and I will be sharing on the Facebook, the Facebook page, the Twitter account that we'll be having. And then if you want to go old school, which I'm surprised I'm saying it's old school, if you want to go old school and get some emails, right? You ever heard of those? They're from our past, right? Emails, but really get information that way. I'll provide a link where you can go and sign up for updates via email. So that's what you can do to kind of stay connected. And I'm going to tell you this, get ready to be tuned in, tapped in, and turned on, because you're at the pre-ground floor to this exciting, exciting time. And, this is, people talk, oh, this is ground floor. No, this is pre-ground floor. That's the most exciting part for me to be able to share with you. And, again, I appreciate you being here, and I'm going to turn this over to Danny to close it out. Thank you. And Danny, you there?
I'm here. Great stuff, Calvin. Thanks for sharing. So one of the things that's really, 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 really important for myself and for Calvin, one of the reasons why we're doing this is because of culture. The soil that you plant your plants in to bear the vegetables that you eat, the soil that you put your trees in to bear the fruit that you can help other people with as well as yourself, it has to be good soil. And that soil comes from the culture. So, tell you a quick joke. So a guy who's got a badge walks into this farmer's yard, and he's a DEA agent. And with this badge, he thinks he's really extremely important. Finds the farmer and he says to the farmer, I need to investigate your farm. He's looking for illegal activity or whatever, plants that shouldn't be there. And he says, you see this badge? This badge gives me the opportunity to go anywhere I want on your property. So I need access to your property. And the farmer says, hey, listen, that's fine, I get it, but I really wouldn't go over there. Now what the guy in the badge is thinking, oh, see, you're hiding something. Well, let me tell you this. My badge tells me I can go anywhere I want, not even on your property, but anyone's property, because I have that right with this badge. So he's putting all of his power into his title of the badge. So the farmer says, okay, hey, listen, that's whatever. Goes off and does his thing. And the DEA agent walks away, feeling empowered by his badge. And probably about 15 minutes later, you hear this loud scream, and that DEA agent is running for his life. He's got a bull chasing him. And the farmer goes running over to the fence, probably smiling just a little bit, and says, hey, show him your badge. Show him your badge. Obviously, the point being is that, you know what, not everywhere you can demonstrate your power based on your title, and nor do we want to here. We had to pick titles, co-CEO, president, whatever those titles may be. We're also incorporating ranks, which is typical, normal, what you do in this industry. But I want to let you know that what the ranks represent to us is not ego, because when people start navigating towards the ego, they want to start controlling people. They want to give them the ability to lock them up, so to speak. Give them the golden handcuffs. You've made enough money now. I've got control over you. Well, you know what? That's not right. And that's one of the things that we will not do here. What represents to us these ranks is coachability and humility. It's not an ego trip. I will guarantee you, people who feel like they need to come in and show people how impressive they are and how big they are with their title or their rank, we're not interested. And they probably won't stick around because it's not our culture. We will help people go to the nth degree about who they want to become, what rank they want to go to, and how much money they want to make and how many people they want to change their lives. We will do everything we can to help them. But what we won't do is get caught up in their ego trips along the way. We'll tell them to pack that bag for a different route. So anyways, we're excited about that. We're excited about the culture because we know that people are going to come in for the products and they're going to stay for the culture. And we know that if we're going to give you an opportunity to offer products to people and bring them into a culture, we want you to feel empowered doing that. And we want you to feel like you know that people are coming in to not just try these wonderful products that we'll offer, but this awesome community, this awesome home, this ability to learn and grow and become. So we know that we're not bringing anything new to the marketplace, but we are bringing something new because opening another network marketing business isn't new. There's a big business out there, and that's why it's exciting to be involved in this. But like Starbucks did not bring coffee to the table. If an alien came down here, you'd think they did, because the culture that they created was so impressive that people wanted to drink the coffee to be a part of their culture. Home Depot did the same thing, internally and externally. I love their tagline, their statement. You can do it, we can help. So internally, they've got employees, and they've got a culture inside there that says, hey, listen, you got to be kind, informative, and help people be empowered about doing their own projects. Externally, they're saying, hey, listen, we believe in you. We believe that you can do the project. See, Home Depot was not the first one to bring tools to the market. but yet they became hugely successful, a multi-billion-dollar company because they brought culture to the tools of the market. You can do it. We can help. I think that's phenomenal. So what I'm saying to you is that we believe that what we're bringing is something completely new, a sustainable culture that will be here because of the people who are helping sustain it. Last thing I want to leave you with is I believe that when you look around outside in this world, we need a lot of hope. There's a lot of people who need hope in what's going on. The world, the USA, you can look at our country, you can look at your community, you can look at your city, and sometimes you can even look inside your own family and go, I want some hope here. Well, let me tell you about what we're going to do. We're going to bring hope to the people. We're going to bring hope to you so you can bring hope to the people. One of the other companies I was with, they were stockbrokers, and they were very successful. And they got involved in this other aspect of serving other people and found that to be very successful, not even for their financial business, but for their soul itself. And they started calling themselves Hope Brokers. And I liked it. I thought that was amazing. We're going to be the Hope Company. Let me tell you what hope stands for. This is in the dictionary. A feeling of expectation and desire for a certain thing to happen. A feeling of trust. Hope. Well, you know what hope stands for me? And this is what our company is going to stand for. Helping others prosper eternally. We're going to be the Hope Company. You're going to be the Hope Brokers. This is exciting. Very, very, very exciting. We're Hope Brokers. You're going to be Hope Brokers. You're going to teach people to be Hope Brokers. We want more hope out there. And we're going to be a company that's going to be forging through it. We're not just a company. We're going to be a movement. Helping others prosper eternally. Let's talk about prosper. What does that mean? Succeed in material terms, be financially successful, flourish physically, grow strong and healthy, and thrive. There's a lot of things in there. You find out what works for you. But to me, to be prosper is not just about finances. It's about wholeness. It's about your relationships. It's about your friendships. It's about helping others. We're going to be the Hope Company. And I'm proud to have you on this call to start and kick off being the Hope Brokers with us. Helping others prosper eternally. Very exciting times right now. Happy to be here. Happy to be part of this hope opportunity that we have as this company. I'm living to be grateful. Back to you, Calvenn.
Hey, thank you, Danny, and thank you, everybody, for coming. This is Calvenn Starre, Living to be Great.